Okay, what is up, YouTube? It's Tuesday. Just got off work, a little after 5. Well, the mind, it's an ever-changing thing. I've thought about it and thought about it for a couple of days, and no, I am not going to 6-liter swap this thing. I'm not going to tear apart Constance, a truck that's 90% built, to start all over again with a car that needs to be, that's probably 20% built. No brakes, no steering, no nothing, no drive shaft, no nothing. I'm going to hold out. I've been looking on Marketplace, and I have seen 460 big blocks have gone down, or at least the ones in my area, 400, 600 bucks for a complete one. I seen a listing, 600 bucks for a 460, had like aluminum intake, Edelbrock carburetor, supposedly ran with the C6 transmission combo, 600 bucks. And that's what I really want for this car, a 460/C6, a Ford motor to put in a Ford car. So needless to say, this will stay here. You know, I got other stuff I can do to it. I can, the front end, I can peel the front end apart. I need to get some more Rust-Oleum black spray paint. What am I thinking? Rebuild everything in the front. You know, wire wheel it all down, spray it all black. The rear end, I could pull the rear end out, pull the rear end apart, and just see what it looks like on the inside. I have not pulled this rear end apart at all. All I did was take it out of that Continental that I got and put it under this car. It has not been pulled apart. So who knows how hard it's going to be to pull them axles out. But man, I really, if it wasn't so expensive and having to get parts and me only getting paid once a month and only $11 an hour, I would love to get the rear end narrowed, maybe 2 inches on each side. But again, the body is shifted that way. There's like about 2 fingers width between the tire and the fender when the body is straight. But just push it in like 1.5 or 2 inches on each side. Because the factory rear end for this car, I want to say in total was like 3 inches. This rear end is like three or so inches wider than the factory rear end that was in this car, which was like a WAR rear end or whatever it was. People called it the granddaddy to the 8.8 inch that's like in the Explorers and stuff. But yeah, that's, I don't know. I want a Ford motor in this car. I've always wanted a 460 C6 combo. So I'm just going to save my money. When I get paid tomorrow, I'll just put back 100, 150 in savings and just keep saving it up. Like I said, next year is when I need to pull the body back off this frame, and the frame needs some work. I just set it on here that long ago just to move the car. I need to get the front tires fixed. I need to carry these front wheels and get them dismounted, get the rims cleaned up, painted black if they're any good. I don't know why they're leaking down, but that way it'll have 4 solid rollers on it and I can move the car around. I did clean the car up, if you can tell. Cleaned all the windows. It don't look half bad. I mean, got all the nasty stuff off of it. Roof is solid. It's just this car has rust in just random places. Like the floor is mostly good, except for this one area over here where I think the mouses lived. The drip rails, as you can see, the seam sealer has peeled away, so I need to take a wire wheel in here, wire wheel all this out, re-seam seal this. See, like in the doors, it's not rotted through, but it needs to be addressed. Like all this, I need to take like a gentle wire wheel and just wire wheel all this up, spray something on it. And I mean, all these other floors, that's solid. There is no more rust holes here forward. That spot's iffy, but I banged on it. It's pretty solid. Over there, I don't see any. None over there. Just right here. Just this. But I don't even think it's rusted out where this back glass is. Oh shit, I forgot. This bottom hinge down here is broke, so you can kind of see it. So I'll have to manually push that back to shut the door. Forgot about that. Down here, I don't know if that's actually rotted through. I mean, I guess I could have told last night when it was raining, but just looking at it, I don't see anything going through, but it's to the point, I don't know, maybe right there. It's to the point where it needs to be addressed, which I hate having to peel this up, but other than that, it's only in these corners. This one's kind of peeled up right here. You can kind of see in there, I guess. If it's not gone through, it's pretty close. This windshield leaks up here. Whenever I was washing this car, I saw 2 little drips on the inside, which I think this is a rubber seal. I think it's a rubber seal. I don't think the windshield is glued on. I could be mistaken though. Maybe this guy will come off. Oh no, it is glued on. That could possibly be the glue that has failed up there. I don't know, because I really don't know if it's rotted through up there. I got the hood open and shut fine, which I can't do it with one hand. But yeah, that's about it. This is just going to be a short little video. I've already talked my ass off already. Trunk floor, definitely. I'm just going over stuff I've already talked about. But, I mean, there's stuff I can do. I can spray paint or, rebuild the front end. The wiring that's under the hood, I can tap into the hot wire, see what works on this dash, possibly connect the front end, see if the headlights work, if the turn signals work, what all works on this car. And really the idea is I don't want to LS swap it because I don't want to tear apart Constance. I want to finish that truck. You know, I'm so close to finishing it. And this, I want to keep it old school simple. A 460 carbureted C6. I would enjoy if it was a Holly Sniper or something, but really just carbureted, just old school simple. You know, maybe find some long tube headers, aluminum intake definitely, preferably a Holly carburetor, preferably aluminum heads, but you're talking a lot of money right there. 460s are not cheap to build. But yeah, that's where I'm going with this. It's not going to get the LS swap. Constance is not going away. I'll just have more vehicles over here. This one actually runs good now since I put gas in it. It cranks up. I've putted it around, but the brakes are sticking, which I'm suspecting the rubber hoses. This is an 88 model, and I don't know if they've ever been changed. But the rubber hoses, it's 88 Nissan D21, hard body, 4x4, 5-speed. Runs pretty good. I don't have the key on me right now, but I think I've already showed this thing. It's not in bad shape. There's not much rust. The bed is pretty much gone though, as you can see over there and over here and right there and under here. The bed is just gone, and I know it's because of this rubber mat. That freaking rubber mat never should have been in here. It's a factory Nissan option, but man, it just killed it. I've been trying to wire in this factory radio. I took all the plugs off. I'm just trying to wire it up. I got the illumination is what I'm trying to figure out. I got the positive, the ignition, the memory, and the ground, obviously. But I just got to get everything else hooked up and then the antenna hooked up. Just going to have a factory radio in this truck. Put the door panel back on. I took the door panel off because that speaker, I found out the speakers weren't working. So get some cheapish door speakers, put it back on, get the radio working. I don't know if the AC works in this thing. One day I need to charge that and see if that works. I'd love to find the factory seat for this thing again. I remember my late grandpa, he wanted these bucket seats out of my old Nissan. My first truck was a Nissan hardbody. And he's seen it and he was like, man, I want those bucket seats. So whenever the motor blew up in that truck and I parted it out and sold it, I gave him the bucket seats to put in this. I don't remember what was wrong. Ooh, left that on. I don't remember what was wrong with his bench seat, but I'd like to find the factory brown bench seat for this thing again. And door panels back there. Somebody's shooting off in the distance. Hunting season. Alright, but anyway, that's going to be all of this video. It's long enough. So that is the fate of this car. It's going to hang around here. I'm going to do a little bit to it. Try to film a little bit with it. I don't know. One day, next year, it's going to have to be next year. Because I don't have the money to spend. I got a couple of 460s saved on Marketplace that are fairly close. I'm trying to look for the ones 460 C6 combo. Like I said, I found that one for 600. That guy would probably take 400. I don't know, depending on how long they've been on there. And you know, Marketplace, it's probably already sold, and he never deleted the ad. I don't know why people do that. Like when I sell something, I delete the ad. You need to do that. But anyway, that'll be a next year thing. This will be a next year car. So I know I got a lot of views on this car. It's a cool car. It really is. And I'm saving something that was rotting away in a field. This is a family car. Like I said, when my mom was in elementary school, you know, my grandparents drove them to school in this, and then my mom drove this in high school. You know, it's class of 77. The same place I'm working at. So it'd be cool to drive this back up there 40 something years later with a rowdy 460 or something. You know, can't do anything too crazy in the school district. I'll end up getting put on a list or something, friggin' endangering the student body or something, but I don't know. But anyway, you know, just 460 big block. That's what this car needs. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like I said, if any of you want to help, would like to donate, I'll leave my Cash App in the description below. You can toss a couple of bucks if you want. It'll go directly into this car. But other than that, it's going to sit here. I'll slowly work on it. It's no harm with it sitting here. It's at least out of the barn, so no more freaking cobwebs or spiders or rats in it. I just need to get a filter for my shop vac so I can vacuum this thing out. And then I'm going to spray it down on the inside and just scrub it with Clorox and everything. Get it all nice and clean and smelling good on the inside. And then, I don't know, I really just want to fiberglass over this stuff right here. Just touch it, spray it, paint it up with the rust turner stuff, the rust converter stuff. Paint all this up with that. And then just coat the hose with fiberglass mat and stuff. And the floors, probably just hit the floors with the wire wheel and then paint them with like Rust-Oleum black or something, or some sort of rust inhibitor primer or something. I've got a tiny can of POR 15 over there. It may be enough to do the floor of this car. I don't know. But obviously I won't do this. I'll hit this for the rust converter. But that part right there, maybe POR 15 that, I don't know. There's far worse cars that I've seen put back together and restored, or put back together and running on YouTube. So this one's not too bad. But anyway, okay, now I've been blabbing on for way too much. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. And you guys have a good day or night.